So it's the morning of 7th of April, but this is my entry for the 6th. I forgot to do it last night, so I'm doing it this morning. And yesterday was a good day. I was emotionally a lot more happy throughout the whole day. In fact, I was so happy at some points I was overwhelmed. Tears, happy tears, as I think it was kind of a relief. And I've been having a lot of release as well. But yesterday was good. So I woke up, got up. So now I'm noticing that the mornings my heart's racing a bit faster. The anxieties are there in the morning. So I take my pill, and it was fine. Got up, made my smoothie with my meditations. And yesterday I had a really good clear out. Cleaned my space, reorganized. In the morning I done some reading and drew up another calendar for the month ahead. Then I listened to some music whilst I cleaned, made myself my usual. Actually, it wasn't necessarily the usual, so I had a remix on a bruschetta. What I done was I toasted the pita bread, cut it open, and then put inside avocado and spinach. Shut it back down. Continued to grill it, toast it off. Then after probably 3-4 minutes, I then spread my blended garlic tomato on the top. Added some olive oil, salt and pepper. Nom nom nom. Very nice. In the afternoon, I done a workout with my niece. She's so adorable. I found myself a little bit short though yesterday, not with her at all, but with her internet situation. I got a tiny bit frustrated that nobody else seems to be paying her much attention. That makes me a bit sad. She's so sweet, and for the first time, we're really bonding. You know, she's 8. She's lucky because her mum is amazing, and her mum's boyfriend looks after her and is nice with her, and they keep her entertained. But she doesn't understand what's happening. She's trying. She gets it. I mean, she talks about the corona a lot. I just think it must be scary for us, but what is it like for poor little kids that have all of this world turned upside down on them? I just feel really compassionate at the moment. They don't understand. They don't get it. But she's so sweet. She's so sweet. I spoke with my loved ones. I ordered some hats online. I never wear hats. I figured since his hair is about to start getting very unruly and looking very hobo, let's call it hobo chic, I'm gonna need to start covering it up for a little while. I can work it. We'll make it happen. So I ordered a few hats. Yeah, like moved a bunch of my plants around, cleaned. That was really nice. And then I wiped down. I really enjoyed wiping down my plants last night. I cleansed some of my crystals that I've been meaning to do for a while. Decluttered a little bit. And then I had a meeting. Oh, I was kind of like, I cooked yesterday. I cooked a soup. Some dumplings. I'm loving making dumplings at the moment. And maybe it's just like I enjoy kneading the dough. I've done a few workouts yesterday. I done, like I say, one with my niece, and then some like leg and butt workouts, trying to get a cute butt. Then in the evening, I had my MA meeting. And after that, I started to unwind in bed, and I making it a kind of a point and a focus on watching things and trying to laugh. They were really, really compassionate and emotional last night for a really beautiful being as well. She is really interesting because I know her through a good friend. I've maybe met her a handful of times, and she's just got the most amazing energy, and she, no matter how much she's struggling or what she's going through, she always transmutes that energy and puts love out, and I really admire that a lot, because it's very easy to be angry when you're hurting or bitter or resentful. When you're going through pain and you're experiencing them things, it's very easy to turn that pain and put it out into the world. And one thing I've noticed is that whenever she's hurt, she emits love. That's really beautiful. So I really enjoyed just showing her some gratitude. Yeah. Oof. I only had 2 of my pills yesterday, which is good. Instead of 3, I'm gonna work it down. I figured out that if I take one in the morning, instead of taking my one that I would normally take in the afternoon, I work out at that time instead. And I think that the endorphins from working out tie me over until I'm ready to take my nighttime one. So that's my plan. I'll do that for a week, and then hopefully I'll get to the point where I just have to take one in the morning, which will be amazing. I'd like to come off of them. I've been really dizzy the last few days. Just dizzy. I never get dizzy. I woke up dizzy today, like insanely dizzy, and I'm wondering if it was because I was tensed in my sleep or I was breathing fast and my heart rate was up. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about it. And as much as I talk myself down, there's still a part of me that wonders, is this 5G thing really damaging people? Is it radiation? And I've found supporting evidence to say it's not, but my irrational brain or my conspiracist brain, my untrusting brain. But this part of my brain says, "Oh, what if," and the what if's quite strong sometimes. You know, I've always been quite well. I say always, but much more so recently over the last year and a half to 2 years. Aware of what I put in my body. I've done colon cleanses and body cleanses, systematic cleanses, and so I like to think that that I don't have that much toxins in my body, but this time of the year is the time when the body will naturally detoxify. It's just what it is, and that's why this flu season comes around. And yeah, there are viruses and bacteria, and there's common colds, but a lot of the symptoms of the body detoxifying is that of a flu, is of a cold. So it's natural. It's the body's nature to detoxify this time of year. That's quite normal. But yeah, talking myself through them things. I've been on social media a little bit more the past 2 days. That could be a little bit about why I've had certain anxieties. The dizziness is very real, very real. And I just hope that it subsides and that it doesn't turn into anything worse, because I have been trying to tell people about it, and they know how much I've been worried, so they've all just been trying to tell me, it's okay, it's fine, don't worry. But there's that part of me inside that says, what if it's not okay? What if I'm really telling people that something's happening to me and it gets worse? I've been telling people, and I can't even go to the doctor at the moment because I can't leave the fucking house. So basically, people are just at home, like going through this. I can't wait to get out on the other side. I had an amazing conversation with my auntie yesterday. I was on the phone for about an hour. I'm really kind of starting to open up fearlessly with people. It's such a shame I can't do it with the people that I wish I could, but it's just not appropriate. Just because of their mental health, and they would never understand. And that's not their fault. They're not well. That's one thing I'm learning about mental health, is it's an illness, it's a disease, it's a sickness of the brain, and I can't blame and be angry at people that are sick. So I'm not angry about the fact that I can't tell them, or resentful. A little bit sad, but that's life. Sometimes we're sad about things that not necessarily the way we want them to be. I did come to quite a realization that acceptance instead of resistance is key. Instead of trying to hold back and fight against things, sometimes we just have to say okay. And it's in that moment that the perspective changes, the energy shift happens, and you begin to regain power over something that you might have felt powerless over. At least I know that's how it seems to be working for me. I hope I keep a clear mind and remember all of these things consistently as I move on in my life. I hope that I'm able to pass on my knowledge and my experiences with people to help them to grow and evolve into their higher selves. I hope that being held apart like this is actually pulling us together and making everybody realize that we are one. We're one race, the human race, on one planet. We're so connected, and that's what a lot of this fear and anxiety is. It's not necessarily your own fear or your own anxiety. It's a collective energy. It's a collective vibration, and a lot of people are really so involved in it, but they just don't know. They're not aware of how them things work. Everybody thinks they're so individual and so, self-guided, when actually we're energy beings. And we only see, hear, smell, taste and feel within such a small range of such a vast, such a very vast, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And they're the things that we can sense, but there's so much more going on around us. There's so much connectivity. There's so much connectedness between the space. I think, and that's where there is a massive illusion that there's space when actually there's not. Even oxygen and air and what is made up of, the space around us that initially seems empty between myself and the window or the plants or the bed, between my hand and my face, is actually touching something. It's just a different sense, and coming to understand that a lot more seems to be sometimes overwhelming, sometimes really comforting. But praying again, whilst also incorporating my beliefs of and understandings of so much that I've learned over the last few to 10 years of my life, I suppose. It's a really reflective time, and I'm glad that I'm able to go inside and take the time to try and figure it out and help other people best that I can. Yeah. Just waiting on confirmation for how much longer the lockdown's going to be. I feel like I've got this fear that they're going to say, right, because they're talking about maybe, taking away the right for 1 hour outside exercise a day, and that scares me because that means that I'm literally not going to be able to get down to see my family, and that really concerns me. At the moment, I can go there. I haven't because of concerns. But then I have this fear, obviously, that I'm here, because this is why I tend to find that this fear of the radiation poisoning is hurting my lungs and making me dizzy. Because when I've left my space in Brixton and gone out, they live on the other side of Croydon, the symptoms seem to disappear. Or at least are relieved. And I don't know if that's just because I've got focus where I'm driving and then focus on my family. I don't know. What it could be. But yeah, it seems to disappear. And I get worried that if I'm on lockdown here in this house, that the symptoms will get worse. I will get ill. Then there's this fearmonger part of me that says you'll die here, and you wouldn't have been able to see your family, and they wouldn't have been able to see you. And it runs away. My brain runs into the future sometimes. It runs into the future and makes up these absurd scenarios. Yeah, it seems so real in my head. And then I can make reasons why it feels so real and why it will be. And then I have to try and remember, anchor yourself, bring yourself back, Joe. Bring yourself back. Breathing techniques help. My morning meditation helps. I'm trying to get a meditation in the afternoon as well. Helps to slow the heart, control the mind, relax the body. I'm on day 5 of a 56-day cycle for meditation. Learning to love and accept yourself. And actually I feel like I'm seeing immediate results. I'm being a lot more accepting, a lot more loving. And I'm able to pass that on, I think. I hope. And when this is all through, I'm looking so forward to getting out and helping people. And I'm really enjoying seeing other people extend their hand of kindness and, put it out there that they want to help people instead of, being selfish and keeping it on themselves. And that's beautiful. That warms me a lot. So yeah, anyway, that was my entry for the 6th. Let's see what today brings.